hunting out for the first time this year. I'm super excited about it. My husband's probably not, because I always want to go too early before they are up, and then we get burnt out because we've gone too many times before it was warm enough or wet enough or whatever. So, but we'll see. The weather's been kind of perfect so far this year, just a little bit late. So we'll find out. It's chilly. It's cold. It's like 50 degrees and cloudy, and it has been for a couple days. So this is the fun part. Oh, I think I was covering the microphone. Now we walk down this hill and back up. There's a tree stand. There's the creek. So we do this every year. Mike and I have been together for how many years? Like 15 years? I have no idea where we're going. And we do it every year. I pay zero attention. That's why he has to go. I can't go on my own because I have no idea where I'm going, where we're even at, where the property line is, what's going on. It's just definitely one of my personality quirks. Zero sense of direction. I'd be lost without Google Maps. Let's see if we not fall into the water. And this is the first time I've been in the woods. Mike's been out a dozen times this year. And I just found a tick in my head. And it's from the dogs, probably. Gross. Well, it's not dry, which is what our issue has been the last couple of years. That gives me the willies. All right, what kind of tree is this, Mike? Elm tree. That's one of the trees that morels sprout from dead elms. Ow. Yeah, it's too cold down here in the bottom. So they usually are found on the south-facing hillsides first because those get the warmest first. Mike, this may be your debut on YouTube. I'm gonna get hot soon with my Carhartt jacket on. Can't look at the camera. Is that one too dead?
We started planting last year.
Alright, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. Anything? This is how difficult this is. See anything? Oh. See if I can reach it without. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Okay. That is what everyone in the Midwest is looking for now, this time of year. Okay. Ouch. And then where there's one, there's always more. And there's another one. Okay. More than two would be good. We did a quick trip after work, and this is what we found. Is that mold? Hold on. Alright, the consensus is no. Because that would be too ironic to have mold. Hold on. Mold on a fungus. Look at that. Why is it... Well, this one... Oh, this one had a leaf wrapped around it. This is the one, I think. Or no, it was this one. Anyway, we found 5. But that's okay. It is a tad too cold, which is funny because generally it's too dry. It's warm enough but too dry. And now we have good moisture, but it's not warm enough. So we will try again later. About a week later, and we have found a couple. So that's good. Oh, I see 3. Let's see if I can zoom in. Hiding. Hiding in the grass. So that's good. Now I don't know if I mentioned, but my husband is allergic to morel mushrooms, which is very unfortunate for him. A long time ago, he got really ill and hasn't been able to even think about attempting to try any since. I always try and tempt him, but he's like, no, it's not even worth it. And there. Yeah? That one is a little older. So, and the gnats started to come out a little bit, so that's a little frustrating. The black flies are really bad in the Midwest, like really bad.
You go straight ahead to that dead elm, because you're under it.
Straight ahead towards the water or towards you?
Dead elm right in front of you.
Oh, I'm crawling. I'm crawling. I'm crawling. Oh. Yeah, a couple anyway. It's almost dark. We're worn out. This hasn't been a easy picking excursion. We've been crawling around, but we just found a big patch of grays. They're really hard to see. There's one. There's a bunch up there. So that's good because we've been finding big yellows, and which is fine. But the grays are bite size. You know, don't even really have to cut them up. So, whew. There's another one. And more out. And look, we just scaled this creek bank here. So like I said, not the easiest picking excursion, but it was worth it. Whew, but it's getting dark, so we need to hurry up. My utility sink full of water, and I'm going to dump some of the mushrooms. This is probably half of them in the sink so that we can get the dirt off and the grass off. And then once we get them all cleaned up, generally what I used to do was soak them in salt water to get like the bugs and everything out, and then rinse them and then put them in fresh water in a container. And I've been reading that that is not the way to do it. The way to keep them fresh the longest is to get them all cleaned up like this and then just put them in an airtight container in the refrigerator, not submerged in water. So we've got leaves, we have bark, and then you can already see like all the debris at the bottom. So we'll get these cleaned up and then get the next batch cleaned up, and then we'll cut them in half and cut any bad spots out of them, like that spot. And then I'll show you how I like to eat them and how I've eaten them for years. Alright, so this is my favorite part. I've got my vegetable oil heating up on the skillet here. I've got some mushrooms here. I've got a shallow dish. I just put a little bit of milk in here, and I'm going to put 3 eggs. That's probably way too much for just me. I'm the only one eating these tonight, but I plan to eat so many that I have a stomach ache, because that's what you do when you only get morel mushrooms once a year. And so beat these up. And then I have a platter here. I just got this on a yard sale, got it all washed up. This will be perfect to put the fried mushrooms on. I'll put some paper towels down, just like so. Okay, now I'm going to take my other vintage Tupperware here. You can tell I love vintage Tupperware, right? Vintage things. I'm going to put some flour and salt and pepper into this container with a lid. That way I can just shake them up, you know, and not make a mess of my hands. That should be plenty. More vintage Tupperware. Anybody recognize this? I just love it. And some salt and pepper. You know what? To keep it completely like my mom and grandparents used to do, or still do, I'm just going to use regular table salt. So you salt the flour basically, and then you may need to salt the mushrooms after they come out as well, and then just a tiny bit of pepper. And give that a stir. Alright, so I have my station ready. Egg, flour. Now, what I need to do is cut up my mushrooms. So I already got them all cleaned up. I'm gonna move this for just a second. And I'm just going to have them. I gotta take a seat. And I'm gonna put them right into my egg wash here. Alright, so give them all a good toss in the egg. My dog is running back and forth looking for my husband, who is not even here. He left to go to town. He left to go to town to meet a guy, a new taxidermist, to get a deer mounted that he harvested, a buck mounted that he harvested this last deer season. The dogs think they should have been invited to go along with, I suppose. All right, so now that you get your mushrooms all covered in your egg, that is gonna make the flour stick perfectly, and then we'll be ready to go into the pan. I think this is enough. All right, so oh man, I just made a mess. Give a little shake because that egg will run off and get all clumpy. I'm just gonna get them all in there, and then I'm gonna shake them up. Okay. You could also use plastic bags, Ziploc bags to do this. My hands. Whoops. Turn this off. Well, they're excellent as always. I like to dip them in ketchup. A lot of people like to fry them in butter. They also like to coat them in Ritz crackers rather than flour. This is the way my family and I have always done it, and this is the way I prefer it. The other ways are really good too. I just like them this way. So, yum. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for coming along with us on our morel mushroom hunting excursion. It was a very interesting year. We had lots and lots of moisture, which is definitely necessary, but it was a little cool. So I feel like we were lucky to find some. They are so good and definitely something we look forward to every year. So please hit the like and subscribe buttons and leave me a comment below if you like morel mushrooms as much as I do, or how good of a year that you had. I'm very interested to know that, where you're at in the world and whether or not you had a good year for morel mushroom hunting. Don't forget to follow me over at Instagram at Narissa Nicole, Nicole with a K, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.